What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogreboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2015 movie Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. So in this movie, there's a new family, the Fleegs, and it's Ryan, his wife Emily, and their daughter Layla, and they're about to celebrate Christmas when Ryan's brother Mike moves in after breaking up with his girlfriend, and they start noticing Layla is talking to an imaginary friend named Toby, who of course is the entity from the first 5 movies. And as things go on, they find these videotapes of young Christy and Katie from Paranormal Activity 3. It has a lot of footage from 3 in here, and a little bit of footage of what happens after 3. And they're watching the videos and stuff, and they start realizing that a lot of the stuff that the girls are talking about in the videos is describing stuff in their house at that present time. And as the movie goes on, they're trying to figure out what is going on and stuff, and what's going on with Toby and Christy and Katie in these videos, and it all comes down to a big conclusion for the franchise. But this is a pretty crazy movie. It was one that I didn't know anything about, really, to be honest. I saw it once when it first came out, didn't remember it very well at all, and everything. And by the time this one came out, I was kind of over this franchise and hadn't seen the other ones in a while, so I watched it and it just came and went, didn't really remember it. But this movie does a really good job with the continuity of the franchise. Like, that's one thing I will say about this franchise, is they do keep the continuity done really well. They like have different little things that connect to the bigger part of the story with the other movies, and I do like that about it. And this one gets a lot of hate. Now, I remember when it first came out, I absolutely hated it too. But upon rewatch, after rewatching all the other movies, I actually kind of enjoyed this one. I wouldn't say it's one of the best in the franchise. It's actually probably my least favorite, but it does have some good moments, and the cast in here are all really good. Like with the other ones, I don't really know who most of them are. I don't really remember seeing them in other stuff, but I think they're all fine in this movie. And the story is, to me, pretty well written and everything, but I don't like that in this movie you get to see the demon and stuff, although it doesn't look near as bad as I remembered, but it does look pretty bad. Like, the CGI is pretty terrible, but I've seen way worse CGI in horror movies, and the way the movie's filmed with the cameras and stuff, since it's still a found footage movie, it's not quite as bad as it is in other movies, but the CGI does stand out at times, and it is pretty bad. But I like what they did with the mythos of the story and characters and everything, although I don't fully like the direction it went in. I kind of just like how it was when it first started, where it was unknown entity and stuff like that. But I do like the lore that they did give this franchise and everything. That it's not definitely on the same level of like the first 2 movies or the marked ones, but I definitely think this one is one of the ones that's just alright. It's at least probably better than 3, but it's still not one of my favorites in the franchise and everything. But I do like how it connects to the other movies, especially 3, and everything. Like I thought that was kind of cool, and it kind of brings things full circle. We kind of, and like with all the other movies in the franchise, it doesn't have a happy ending. You kind of know by now what to expect with the endings in this, but I still like that they don't go for the bullcrap Hollywood ending and stuff. None of the movies in this franchise do. I love that about it, and it has some fun moments, and the jump scares are still pretty well written, and where they build up the suspense and stuff. Although it's like I've said with previous few movies, it's kind of gotten stale and everything. You kind of know when to expect them, but sometimes it works better and sometimes it doesn't. But all in all, I think Paranormal Activity: The Ghost Dimension is an okay movie. It's way better than I remembered, but I wouldn't say that it's a great movie either. It's just okay. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse, and everything. Yeah, it was kind of a low note to end the franchise on. But personally, I think that ending it with this one was probably the best idea, because you could tell they were running out of ideas at the time. Hopefully this new one that's coming out next week will be a worthy addition and stuff, and since it's been so long, hopefully they will come up with a better story and stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I haven't seen any trailers for it, so I'm trying to go in blind on that one, and I'll be reviewing it either Friday or Saturday of next week. Might do it Saturday, because I've been trying to do all these movies on Saturday or Sunday, so I might do it on Saturday. But I'm looking forward to seeing it, though. It's going to be on Paramount Plus next week, so I'm definitely going to watch it for sure. But I'd give Paranormal Activity: The Ghost Dimension a 5 out of 10. I think it's an okay movie. It just isn't super great. That, like I said, the acting is fine in it, but I do think it has like the worst actors in the franchise for the most part. Like the dad and stuff, he just isn't as good. Although the little girl that plays Layla is creepy in this one. She's just as creepy as the ones that played Christy and Katie in part 3, so I did like that too. But yeah, this is a pretty good movie. It has a lot of out there stuff for the mythology of the franchise, though, that I know turned a lot of people off of this franchise. But in a way I like that, in a way I don't. Like I said, they were trying to expand upon it and everything, and I think it was fine for what it was. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Paranormal Activity: The Ghost Dimension, and hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.